Well, the red light says it's live. And there is something coming up on the laptop, so it's looking good so far. I'll give it a couple of moments and see if anybody's going to join me. Oh, Ali, I see your beautiful avatar there. Phew, there's somebody I can talk to. I'm glad I'm not alone. Well, I don't know about where you are, but here in my small part of the UK, it's very dull and dismal. A typical bank holiday Monday for the UK. So, I'm not going to be on long. I never am, really. But I thought I would share with you how I created. Hi, Heather. Hi, Ali. I thought I'd share with you how I made today's cards from the blog. We're talking simple stamping because, of course, it's Make It Simple here on Two Big Girls Crafting. And a quick introduction for those who may be watching that don't know me. My name's Cary and I'm one half of Two Big Girls Crafting. Hi, Andrea. I've lost my thread now. Oh, yes. Yesterday was a very exciting day for us. We had our first in-person event to attend. We weren't holding the event, we weren't running a class, but we attended a local development, a new build development. We're holding a community event. Hi, Katie. Happy Bank Holiday Monday to you too. They were holding a community event because they are in the process of building a beautiful community hub, which will feature a shop and a cafe and a lovely meeting space, which hopefully we will be utilising to run classes in. So if you live local to Crawley in West Sussex, stick with us. We could have another venue sorted. And at that event, we like to collect names of people who might be interested in joining us for events. So we had a prize draw. That's the best way to say it. And I have here in my little box the names of everybody who came and entered. Now the prize is one of the beautiful Stampin' Up kits and a free class pass for the winner and a friend to attend one of our evening classes. So, without further ado, I shall do a quick draw just to see who the lucky person is. And the lucky person is Sue M. Sue M, well done. You are our lucky winner. I will get your prize sorted out for you and be in touch later. So, with that done, shall we now flip over and have a look at how I made today's cards? And the colour combination that was picked was the contemporary one, but I'll show you the ink colours anyway that I've used. So, hope I don't make you seasick. I've got to work out how to turn you around now. And first off, let's get rid of me and fold that bit down and slot that in there. Oh, no, that way, Cary. Tighten that up a bit. Make sure that's stable. Pop the wire in so that we don't run out of juice. Open the curtain again so I can add in a little more light. Okay. So, these are the cards that you'll find on the blog today. As you can see, they are penguin based. But the wonderful thing about this stamp set, Penguin Place, from the new July to December mini catalogue, is that it's not just for Christmas. It's got birthdays, it's got I love you, it's got thanks. I like this one. I like you a lot-all. It's like a little except a lot. I think that's really super cute. Anyway, these stamps are photopolymer so that you can build your little pictures of your little penguins. I'm sorry about the background noise. We have my grandson today and he's only 3 and he doesn't quite get the understanding of be quiet. But then he's a little 3-year-old, so that's to be expected. Hi, Danielle. Nice to see you. Well, no, I can't see you, but to see your name pop up. Anyway, back to the stamps, the important parts. These are what I like to call builder stamps because you build up the image. You can add the scarf, the hat. You can add some reindeer ears. Isn't it gorgeous? It's got a bow tie. We've got different flippers. It also comes, I haven't used it today, but it also comes with a coordinating punch, which if you watch, hi Chris, if you watch the blog later this week, I have made a card or two using the punch. It's a super price point for those who are starting out. It's less than £30, so not too bad at all. And that's for the bundle, not just the stamps. I think the stamps are £16. I could be wrong, but best thing to do, go and look in the catalogue. If you don't live in the UK and don't have a demonstrator already and would like a copy of the catalogues, please message and I will get in touch and get one in the post to you as soon as possible. Anyway, back to the stamping. Okay, so the choices I made today, I used the same layout and I created two in what I'm calling my primary colours. Primary colours to me are bolder, brighter and more reflective of the colour wheel. Do you remember doing that at school? Where you have red and yellow and then, you know, mix it all up. And so these are the colours that I used. Pacific Point, Old Olive, Real Red, Pumpkin Pie, and you can't really see it, but it does actually say Daffodil Delight. And my ink pads are not perfect because they are well used, but they work beautifully. So that was the primary colours we looked at. Then I decided I'd have a go using more contemporary colours, as I'm calling them today. And these colours are Coastal Cabana, Pale Papaya, So Saffron, Soft Succulent and Polished Pink. These colours are softer, gentler, but they're still quite bold, particularly the pink. And as you can see on the cards, they give a nice effect. Well, I think they give a nice effect. I like them. Okay, shall we get started on how I made these cards? Just checking that you can see what I'm doing and I'm in the right position. Is that better? Yes, that's better. Okay, so first things first, we need a card base. So, taking our cardstock, I'm going to pop it in my trimmer and I'm going to score the whole sheet at 10.5, sorry, I beg your pardon. I'm going to score the whole sheet at 14.85 centimetres. And the reason I'm doing this is because I am going to be making 2 cards. So I've now got my fold. I'm now going to cut it portrait at 10.5. And that's going to give me 2 card bases. As always, a must in my craft room is a bone folder. So I give my card bases a nice fold. I have always liked to look a little bit professional, and a bone folder helps no end. Okay, so we have 2 card bases. Now I'm going to work on both cards at once today, and the reason is because the basis of my card is the same for both cards. The layout, so the black curve, the penguin himself, and ultimately the sentiment are in the same place. So I'm going to start off by stamping the curve, which is one of the stamps in the set. Now this could be your snow line, a hill, lots of things. So let's line my card up. Oh, did it just fall off? I think it did. Sorry if I've made you jump. I'm going to place my slightly above a third of the way up. 1, 2, 3, and up. There we go. And then I'm going to repeat that. Some nice gentle tapping on the ink. And again, line up my card. Use the grid paper. Use your eye if you've got a good one. I don't. And press. Gently. Count 1, 2, 3. Lift. And we now have our base. Let's pop that to one side. Hi, Mary Ellen. Oh, all the way from Montana. Wow. I'm reading a book where they're in Montana. How bizarre. Anyway, back to my penguin. We're going to give him a good tap. And because this Memento is a felt-based pad, I can do a little bit of squishy. Just to make sure there's lots of ink on him, because we want a black penguin. So, where is he going? Okay, my penguin's going to sit atop my hill. Now, because it's a photopolymer stamp set, you do have the wonderful advantage of being able to see where you're placing things. When you're doing this on a Facebook Live, you have a camera in your way. So if it's not perfect, I do apologise. Yay, not bad. I'm happy with that guy. Okay, let's line him up again. Get him lined up. Ink pad, gentle tapping all over. Little bit of squishing just because I can with this type of ink pad. With our normal foam-based ones, you can't do that. Okay, here we go again. Let's fingers crossed that it'll work nicely for us. Oh. 1, 2, 3. Yes! Excellent. Okay. So I need my black ink pad for one more thing, and that is for my scent. Oh, look, I've got a black mark. Oh dear me, this is not good. But I am not going to panic about it because, as I have said many times, these are handcrafted cards, and as such, they have a little bit of character, and sometimes those little bits of character are what make it unique. Okay, so I've now put on Season's Greetings. So I'm going to stamp that on here, just there. 1, 2, 3. And that's going to be my Christmas card. I'm going to now, another tip actually while I'm thinking about it that I'd like to share is when you have photopolymer stamps, particularly if they're detailed or if they're sentiments, place them down on your work surface, bumpy side down, flat side up, and let them rest for a second so that they can get back into place before you pick them up and put them on your block. Okay, put the lid back on there, bring this one in, and this is going to be our birthday version. 1, 2, 3. Hey, well done. Okay, next we do have one more thing to use on our birthday card. Can you see our balloon? Now, the actual stamp for this is quite long and the balloon is quite big. So I have a little tip to not have the balloon, goodness me, not have the string of the balloon hanging down further than I want it to go, and I literally just line up a post-it note underneath my penguin's bottom. I didn't know what to call it there, where he's sitting. Okay, so I've now got my string. I'm going to use black ink for this. Tap, tap. And I'm going to put it through his flipper at a bit of a jaunty angle and onto the post-it note. 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Now, as you could see, that would go down into this white area at the bottom, and I didn't want that. So by putting my post-it note there, you could use a piece of computer paper, a piece of low-tack tape, whatever you have handy. I have made it shorter without getting in a pickle, which I thought was rather useful. So now let's get to building our snowman. Snowman, what am I talking about? It's not a snowman at all, is it? A penguin. Okay, so for his feet, I'm going to be using pale papaya, which is a pale peachy orangey colour. I've got the feet attached onto my block, tap, tap, tap. And now again, we're playing the lining up game. I'm going to hope that's a good fit. 1, 2, 3. Yes. I'm going to do both cards because then I can make the best use of my time and I don't have to keep it. I don't have to keep cleaning my stamp because I'm not changing the colour. Okay, so feet done. What's next? His beak. Oh, now this is a really teeny tiny stamp, so be careful. Another tip from experience tells me, don't use too big a stamp block when you're using small stamps in particular, because you stand a lot more chance of getting ink where you don't want it. Okay, so we're going to line up for his beak. 1, 2, 3. Yay, he's got a beak. He looks like a penguin now. Gentle tapping. And line up. And 1, 2, 3. Yes, happy days. I was happy with that. So, as I have the birthday card in front of me, I'm going to set to and finish him off. So I'm going to now bring out my polished pink, which is a lovely pink that I think deserves to be used as much as possible because it's a what we call an in colour. It's not going to be around for long, 2 years, and that means we have to make good use of it whilst we can. Stampin' Up bring out 5 in colours every 2 years, and these tend to be very on. They bring them out every year, sorry, and they stay for 2 years. They tend to be what I would call trendy colours and more colours. Now look, can you see on my block the ink looks very bubbly? So I'm not going to stamp that straight onto there. I'm going to pop it onto my paper first. 1, 2, 3. And it does still look a little bubbly, but it will dry. So 1, 2, 3. Let's have a go. It's not quite so bad. Yes, it is. It's just the same. It's because it's a very juicy ink pad. So I'm going to line him up. 1, 2, 3. And there's his balloon. Oh, look, and an extra piece there. See, I told you I'm a messy stamper. Messy muppet, my mum used to call me. Okay, so to coordinate with his pink balloon, I'm going to give him a very cheeky, in fact, I'm going to bring out a piece of tissue because I've got ink on my hands now and I seem to be getting in a mess, and once I start doing that, it happens a lot. So I'm going to hold my white card base with a piece of tissue so as not to get any more than needs be onto it. Okay, check he's lined up straight again. And a cheeky little, I like that, a cheeky little bow tie. Now, on my card, I have used the blue and the pink to create the stamps. So I'm keeping the pink out. No, not stamps. Sorry, my mind is all over the place. The parcels. So I'm going to use Coastal Cabana to coordinate with my polished pinks. I've got them both open. I have got my stamp of the little parcel, and I'm going to start with Coastal Cabana. Hello Kathleen, hello mummy. Coastal Cabana, and line him up, and we're going to tap tap gently, and we're going to pop him at a jaunty angle down. Oh dear. Now, that parcel appears to be climbing in the air, doesn't it? What can we do about it? Well, we can change our design slightly. We're going to bring back our post-it notes. I'm going to stamp my parcel on my post-it note. I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to create what we call a mask. Literally, this is the sticky end, and I'm going to trim my little stamped image out. Of my post-it note. I'm going to cover up that one with the post-it note. I'm going to clean my stamp because I was very silly and inked it again with the same colour. And I'm going to pick out the pink, and I'm going to pop another parcel there. 2, 3. Now, when I lift that up, it looks like it's in front. So it doesn't look like it's running out the way. So let's go back to making my pile of presents. 1, 2, 3. I've got 3 parcels. Do I want any more? Hi Debs. Shall I add another parcel? Make a big tower of parcels for this one, or leave it at 3? What do you think, ladies? 1 more? 2 more?
Not yet.
I think I'm going to leave it at that. So that's my parcels done, and you saw how I implemented my catch, my save for my mistake. So don't throw things away if you make mistakes, because you know sometimes the best things come out of those things that don't work first time. So now I do own a little thing called a sand eraser, and that may just take that colour off. No, it's not going to. So we're going to leave it there. And that's one card finished. A happy birthday card. So now, on to our Christmas version. What do we need for our Christmas version? We need some Christmas trees, a star, and we're going to do some Christmas trees first. So we got the Christmas tree stamp, and we're going to use another lovely in colour called Soft Succulent. And gentle tapping, and I'm going to create a row of trees beside my penguin. And we're going to go over both sides. And there. So we now have a row of trees. Well, Christmas trees I like to call them. Now as you can see, I've got ink on the side there. Make sure that you get rid of that off your block, because you don't want to transfer the colour. Okay, so my trees are done. I'm now going to bring out my So Saffron again and put some stars on top of my trees. It's so cute. Hi, Karen. Wow, isn't this cool? Being able to make up a scene so easily because you can see through the stamps. I love it. It makes life so easy. And one thing I will say is don't panic if your photopolymer stamps change colour from being absolutely clear to something like my balloon stamp. Red in particular will stain your stamp, but if you've cleaned it off, there will be no ink transfer. Now I haven't cleaned that. If I give it a quick clean, there's nothing to see, which is very handy. Okay, so what else does this penguin need? He needs a hat and scarf. So what colours we're going to do? How about we do a blue scarf and a pink hat? Let me get the stamps out the set. Oh, there's the hat. So we have our hat and we have our scarf. So we're going to go for a pink hat and a blue scarf. Yeah? Does that sound good? Oh, if I can open the ink pad. Now, gentle tapping. And you'll see what I mean about it, the colour staining the stamp. So we're going to put our hat on at a jaunty angle. Just because we can. And there we go. Now my stamp is stained pink. But if I clean it on my Stampin', my very dirty chamois, which has just got water on it, it's now clean. And I will not have any ink transfer on there, which is great. Okay, so let's close the Polish Pink ink up again and grab the Coastal Cabana. Okay, so we're gonna tap, 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 and we're gonna line this up with his neck. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Well, there we go. We have created 2 cards using the same stamp set for 2 different occasions. I think that is super value from a stamp set when you can use it for not just but one particular occasion. I like that a lot. Now, my eraser, should we give this piece a go and see if this will work on here? Oh, rubby, rubby, rubby. Brush it off. It's lightened, but it's not disappeared. So, do you know what I would do? I would get out my trusty embellishments, bling, rhinestones, whatever is your choice, and I will put some bling on it, I think, just to cover up the marks. And of course we have to work in 3s, so we'll put, oh no, we don't have to work in 3s, we have to work in odd numbers. So I've just put 3 on there, and then I shall do the same over here. I'll put 1 there, and I will put 1 down here by the sentiment, and another there. So there you go. A packet of rhinestones and a post-it note can help so many ways. Well, that's me done for this week, apart from to say thank you for joining me. Ah, thank you, Mary Ellen. I think they're very cute too. And I will be sharing projects every day this week on the blog and Facebook page using Penguin Place. A little tip here, it's celebration here at Stampin' Up at the moment, and one of the wonderful things that you can purchase, you can obtain for free, as a free gift for every £45, you can choose something from a special catalogue, and one of those things is the beautiful Playful Penguins pattern paper. I will give you a very quick look at these gorgeous papers. Aren't they sweet? You got this one will fit with the punch that we were talking about earlier, so you don't even have to fussy cut him out. And of course on the reverse there's, as always, there's beautiful pattern paper. You get 2 sheets of each, and they are 12 by 12. And look at these, they're so cute. Look at that little fox, he's so sweet. Snowmen. I love this jumping jack or star jumping polar bear. He is super cute. I like the colour combination on this as well. I do love a stripe, so I recommend the stripes. And we got sledding penguins. And I think the final pattern, beautiful purple background. Building a snowman with the little bird that comes to help. I think that is so gorgeous. But as I say, these are time limited, and they will only be available with a purchase of £45 during the month of September. And if you are in the UK and don't have a demonstrator yourself and would like to make a purchase of either any of the products to receive a free item, Jill and I would love to be your demonstrators. And on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you all have a wonderful week. It's a long weekend here. It makes it very confusing for simple souls like myself. And I don't think I've got anything else to say. So thank you for joining me. Take care. Have fun. See you next week. Bye-bye.